Okay, so first of all, as you are able to see in the description of today's video, let me just go to the description of today's video itself. So this is the video that you are currently watching. Okay, when you go down to the description of the video right over here, you will be able to see a particular link, okay, called as link to the notebook. Let me just zoom in a bit that you guys are able to see it properly. Are you able to see my screen, guys? Are you able to see my screen? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see my screen or not? Please let me know, guys. Yes, okay, great. So here you will be able to see link to the notebook. Okay, what you have to do is just click on this particular link. Okay, you don't have to do anything, you just have to click on that particular link. It will open this page up, as you are able to see. This is the page that it will open up in your browser. Are you able to see this or not, guys? Are you able to do this? Please let me know. Are you able to do this? You have having a link to the notebook. If you click on this particular link, it will take you to this page right over here, and you will be able to see a link to the notebook. This is the notebook that we are going to use for our learning Python. Okay, to learn the basics of Python, we are going to use this notebook. Everything, all the notes, all the questions, all the code we have compiled right over here, so that if you want to revise at any point of time, you are easily able to read through the entire thing and revise everything in one go. So everything has been detailed, everything has examples, everything is completely beginner friendly. You don't have to do anything. Okay, we will be going through the entire notebook, we'll be learning everything in this bootcamp. But if you want to refer to these notes, you can do it in the future as well. Okay, are you guys able to do this? Great. So what okay, so somewhere, how can I set the reminder? Okay, so for the reminder, you can just I think so there is no notification bell or something like that. I don't know, I haven't used YouTube for a very long period of time. Give me a second. There should be a notification bell or something, or has YouTube removed that? I think so, as removed the same. So there will be a notification bell or something. You can just click on it, and like that would be done. No issues in that. So this is the notebook that we are going to use. Now what I want you to do is, I want you to go to Google. I want you to go to Google and search for COLLAB, Colab. I want you to search for Google Colab, COLAB, Colab. Okay, I want you to search for Google Colab, and the first link that pops up, that is welcome to Collaboratory Google. This is what we are going to use for writing our code. Okay, are you guys able to understand up till now? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand up till now? Please let me know, guys. Great. So you just have to search for Google Colab. Okay, you just have to search for Google Colab. Now what you have to do is, you will be able to see examples, recent, Google Drive, GitHub, upload. You're able to see these options on the top. Just give me a second. I will just open up the live chat in my mobile phone, because I'm not able to see you guys at all. So this is a huge problem. Give me a second, guys. I'll just open Google Colab, open the channel on my phone as well. Okay, so I'm able to see. So you'll be able to see examples, recent, Google Drive, GitHub, and upload. What you have to select from right over here is GitHub. Okay, you have to select GitHub from right over here. It will authenticate you via Google GitHub or something like that. So let it authenticate itself. Once you have done that, what you have to do is, you have to copy this link, the link that was there in the description of the video. Copy the URL. Okay, copy the URL from right over here. Once you have copied the URL, you want to paste the URL here. Okay, paste the URL here in this entire thing, in this form. Just paste the link, and then we have to click on this search button. Okay, we have to click on this search button. Once you have clicked on this particular search button, it will open the notebook in Google Collaboratory. Okay, it will open the notebook in Google Collaboratory. As you are able to see, we have the notebook opened up in Google Collaboratory. Okay, so once you have done everything up till here, so let me just brief you about what is Google Collaboratory. So early on, when you so many people, first of all, when this entire thing started related to data science or AI or machine learning, deep learning, these entire branch of computer science requires a huge amount of computational power to run. Okay, so using your normal i3 or i5 generation processor would take like days or even months to just run a particular code in deep learning or machine learning or AI. Now that is problematic. You need supercomputers just to run a simple AI based program. Now that is something that is not good at the end of the day. So don't many people don't have like RTX GPUs or like 3070 or 3080 GPUs in their laptops or in their computers. These are very costly systems to have and run. So for that, many people were not able to practice or even learn data science, machine learning or AI in the past. So what did Google do? For Google, it's more about the more the people are able to learn, okay, the more the people are able to practice, the more innovations will be born along the way, and that helps improve the technologies even further. So for that, what Google did was, Google has a vast array of servers in their offices. Okay, so they have servers for GCP, that is Google Cloud Platform. They have servers for their websites, they have servers for their other requirements as well. Now all these servers do not function 100% of the time. So what Google has done is, Google allotted some amount of servers and gave it to the people to use. Okay, so what is happening right over here is, whenever you are running your code in this Google Colaboratory, it is being sent to the servers at Google's offices where the code is run. So the code is not running on your computer or on your mobile phone. It is being sent to the servers. That is, servers are like computers in Google's offices where the code is getting run and then sent back to you. Just the result is being sent back to you. So you are not utilizing your own computer's resources. The only thing that you are utilizing is the browser in which you are typing. That's it. The entire code running the entire code happens on the servers itself. Now these servers are not normal servers. These servers will have the like 10th gen or 11th gen processors, i7 i9 processors. They will have like 6 lakh rupees Tesla GPUs inside of them. So these servers are actually like enterprise level computers that have a huge computational power, and hence when you are running your code right over here, you can make the biggest like machine learning and deep learning or AI based models and run it extremely easy from anywhere in the entire world. Okay, are you guys able to understand up till here that why we are using Colab? Are you guys able to understand up till here that why we are using Colab? Okay, great. Amazing, guys. Amazing. So what we have understood up till now is that why we are using Colab. Okay. Now again, the Colab not just provides you the functionality of writing code and running code. It also provides you the functionality of documenting your code properly. Okay, that is with just a second, guys. Just a second. Give me a second. So my dog was actually right over here, so I made him go away. Okay, no issues in that. So let's continue with the class itself. The second thing that why we are using Colab, okay, it just not just provides you the functionality of running your code or writing your code. It also provides you the functionality of properly documenting your code in a very orderly manner as well. The Jupyter notebooks or notebooks that we say are exceptionally famous because that is the functionality that they provide. So as you are able to see, this is just normal text. This is not code. Okay, this is just normal text that you are able to see on your screen. Similarly, when you're seeing here, this is just normal text. This is just documentation telling you in normal English what is written down below. But right over here, as you are able to see, this is a code block in which you can write your Python based code and you can run it right over here. So it has to, so as you are able to see, once you are starting, okay, so let me disconnect. So as you're able to see, it not just has like the writing code and running the code aspect to it, but also documenting it properly. And that is very important, guys. When you're writing code, documentation is the further most important point that you have to focus upon. Okay. Okay, great. Sir, is data learning has more importance than machine learning or vice versa? Prathamesh, I understand that you don't know the difference between, like, first of all, what is data learning? I also don't know. Like, this is the first time that I'm hearing about it. I think so you mean by deep learning. And deep learning is just a subpart of machine learning. Like, machine learning has a many number of algorithms. Some of those algorithms together are called as deep learning. That's it. Okay. Okay, so let's continue with the same. So in today's and tomorrow's class, so in 2 days we are going to finish Python. Okay, and what we are going to learn during this time is we are going to start with data types and operators. We are going to learn our operators, and then we are going to learn inbuilt functions, compound data structures, type conversion, white space and style guidelines, as well as we are going to look forward to some of the data types that are there, like dictionaries and all those, as well as we are going to look at for loops and all these kind of loops as well. So we are not going to go like in very advanced topics because we just have 2 days. We're just going to cover the basics that are required for you to make the project. So our end goal is that you guys are able to understand Python, NumPy, Pandas. Okay, these are the 3 basic technologies that you will be working with. TensorFlow for deep learning. That's all that we are going to focus, as well as concepts in neural networks, okay, and ANNs. So these are all the things that you're going to learn in this bootcamp. The basic ideology behind this bootcamp is that you are able to learn all this as well as complete a project at the end. So we will be working on the Boston housing dataset project, okay, in which we will be given the like what is the carpet area of a particular house, how many BHK is there, in which locality is this house like located in, and on the basis of that we have to predict the rent or the cost of that particular house based on the like data that we have collected previously. So this is what we are going to do. Okay, so let's start with our today's class. So Python is a particular language that I think so I don't have to let you know about its importance. Almost everywhere Python is being used, whether it be machine learning, deep learning, AI, research, blockchain. It is being used in web development. So the backend technology like Django or Flask. Okay, so your YouTube that you're currently using, your Instagram that you're currently using, the backend of these applications have been made using Python itself. Then in big data, so for example, when you are having terabytes of data that you have to process, so there as well Python is the language that you usually prefer. Companies like Google, Facebook, then Netflix, all these companies usually prefer, every single company who is using data analytics at the end of the day, that is almost every single big companies that you have heard the name of, uses Python for the same. So it's a huge like it's of a very great importance that you are able to learn Python. Okay, but just learning Python isn't enough. Okay, if you are a particular person, yeah, I know Python, like that's it, I will be able to land a job, like you are living in a dream world, man. Like every single person, even in like my brother in 8th standard knows Python. So like he's not going to get into Google by just learning Python. But yes, it is one of the foundational stones to just start into the world of technology. Of course, it's a very vast area of technologies that are there. You will have to learn a lot, but yes, it's a good start to start with Python. Okay, so anything like any, if you are from an Indian culture, you must be very familiar with the saying that any auspicious thing that you need to start off with eating curd and sugar. So similarly, any programming language that you are starting off, okay, you are starting to learn, the first thing that you will be learning in that language is to write hello world. Okay, I've seen many people who say that, okay, I know how to write hello world in this language, so I know this language. Of course, this is not true. Okay, it's just one of the basic things that whenever you're starting off with a particular language, write hello world. So we'll be starting off with the same as well. So to print anything to your screen, to see anything to your screen itself, so what our aim is that whenever we are running a particular line in Python, it should print, it should show up on our screen as hello world. That is our aim. The code for this is actually very simple. We are going to use the inbuilt function in Python called as the print function. Okay, we are going to use the print function. So to use this particular function, it's extremely simple. You just have to write print. I'm so sorry. You just have to write print, and whatever you write in the parenthesis, that would be printed on your screen. Now if I'm just writing hello world, it won't be printed because Python won't be able to understand what that is. So there is one data type in Python. We are going to study about it. Okay, we are going to study in depth about it. It's called a string. Okay, so whenever you want to write particular English, okay, just like normal English, it is nothing special to Python, it's just English. You will be writing it as a string. So to write hello world, I will just put up the parenthesis. Are you guys able to see what I'm writing right over here? Are you guys able to see what I'm writing on my screen? Okay, so the how to relate C programming with Python. The similarity between C programming and Python is that C can be understood as the Stone Age. Okay, the Stone Age where the cars and bullock carts, they were bullock carts. So you can think of C as a bullock cart and Python as a La Ferrari spider. Okay, so that's the difference between the two. So C is something that, okay, many of you might be learning in your colleges, okay, but it's obsolete. None of the companies are looking forward for C developers. C++, C Sharp, Python, Java, JavaScript. These are one of the major languages that companies are looking forward to, not C. Nobody is going to ask you C, okay? Okay, let's continue with the same. So once you have written this particular line of code, print hello world, it's def down, you can run it. So there are two ways to run this particular code. First one is there's a play button on the left hand side. Okay, you can click on this particular play button and it will run the code for you, and you are able to see that it has printed hello world, it's def down. Okay, similarly, if you don't want to click on that play button again and again, you can just click on shift enter. Okay, click on shift and then click on enter, like both of them simultaneously. So first click on shift and then enter. So that will also run your code for you. Okay, this is a shortcut that you can use to run your code. So we have done the auspicious thing of printing hello world to our screen. Now let's focus upon something else. So for example, doing mathematics in Python. So why do we need print? This is a very common question that we are being asked. For example, if I'm writing 2 plus 7, okay, if I'm writing 2 plus 7, what is 2 plus 7? 9. Okay, 2 plus 7 is 9. So if I'm running this particular line of code, you are able to see 9 being printed on our screen. Why do I require like a print statement to print something? What if I'm having one more line of code? What if I'm having one more line of code saying 2 into 7? So yes, we know 2 plus 7 is 9. That is on our screen. 2 into 7 is 14. So that should come up on our screen as well. But when we are running this code, you will be able to see that just 14 is appearing on your screen. We have lost the 9. Why is that the case? So what Python does is it goes line by line. It reads your code line by line. It will first read the first line of code. 2 plus 7, yes, the answer is 9. But you haven't said to Python what to do with this value. Python does not know what to do with this 9. It has a 9 in its hands and it does not know what to do. So it will just leave it, like I don't know what to do with it. I'll just leave it right over here. I'll just focus on the next line. Next line is 2 into 7. 2 into 7 is 14. So Python again has 14 in his hand. But now there is no next line. There's no next line that it needs to go to. So what it will do, it will just give you this 14. Whatever there is in his hand at the end, he will just give it to you. So you are able to see 14 on your screen, but you are not able to see 9. So to combat this issue, you can just put this in brackets, right? Print right over here, run this, and you will be able to get 9 and 14 on your screen. But this does not look nice. Like, okay, you are writing print once and then you are not writing print. So to combat with that, just write print both the times. Okay, although it makes no difference, but just write print both the times because it looks appealing at the end of the day. So you are getting 9 and 14. Okay, right over here. Okay. So guys, I'm seeing many like non-related questions right over here. Please try to focus upon what I'm teaching. We don't have enough time. You are able to see that there's a lot that we need to cover in just 7 days. So if you will keep on wasting time asking unnecessary questions, then at the end of the day, you will not be able to understand anything. And you are just wasting your time right over here. Try to focus upon, so we have only 7 days, guys. We need to finish Python, NumPy, Pandas, then we need to go into what's the difference between data science, AI, machine learning, deep learning, what are these terms and all. Then we need to start learning deep learning as well, implementing it, and then making the project. This is a huge array of things that we have to do. So please be with me, focus on what I'm teaching right now. Otherwise, you will be losing stuff here and there. Okay, great. So this is something that we have already done. Let's move on to variables. Now, understanding variables is very important in any programming language. They are used all the time in Python as well as in every programming language, whether it be Java, whether it be C, C++, you will be using variables all the time. Using variables in place of direct numbers has various advantages. So let's try to understand this term variables. Like Shaurya is saying that, okay, we need to use variables, what is this? Like, let me open Paint. Let's try to understand variables. Okay, keep the background as this and white be the perfect choice. Okay, let's go with the marker itself. I don't know this work. Okay, so I think so this should be more than sufficient. Okay, give me a second, guys. I'll just bring up my writing tablet. Give me a second, guys. Okay, are you guys able to listen to me properly? Is there any problem? Do let me know. Otherwise, I'll start. For those who haven't registered for the like this particular bootcamp, do not worry. Just keep on attending the bootcamps itself. Okay, we will figure it out at the end of today's class. Okay, you don't have to worry about the same. Okay, let's start with the same once again. Okay, so it's extremely simple, guys. What I want from you is, so what I was asking you to do, just a second. Wait. Okay, so we are going to learn about variables. Okay, now think about it in such a way that you are a software developer right now. You have recently shifted to Bangalore. Okay, you have your job posting there. You have recently shifted to Bangalore. you have taken up a house on rent, and now like you get a salary of like let's say $10,000 a month. Okay, let's just assume that your salary is equals to $10,000 a month. Okay, you have your tax fixed at 18%. Okay, let's say 30%, of course 30%, that's your tax bracket. You are having your rent right now as, let's say, $1,000. Okay, and your gym membership and all those things are like $500, and there are some more expenses as well. So you want to create an entire system, you want to create an entire code that would automate all these things for you, like whenever the salary comes in, pay the taxes, pay the rent, pay the gym, calculate how much money that I have, how much money that I can spend. So all these things you want to write a code of. So you created a code, you created an entire code of about 1000 lines. Okay, 1000 lines, or like, or 10,000 lines of code that you have created. So these are like 10,000 lines of code that you have created. Now in this code you are having your calculations like, okay, your salary multiplied by 30 divided by 100 is equals to your tax that you have to say, so send tax. Okay, send tax, and so on and so forth. So your rent, okay, so rent plus gym plus tax is your expenses, so that is your expenses that you are able to get, and so on and so forth. Now your landlady, okay, your landlady comes in and says that, okay, your rent from this month is, instead of 1000, it is going to be $1,500 a month. Okay, now you don't have any other options as well, you don't want to ship somewhere else. So now what you have to do is you have to go back through 10,000 lines of code, and every single time wherever you have used the rent, you'll have to change it to 1,500 again and again. Now somebody who is extremely smart will be saying that, okay, we can do just control F and find all the 10,000 and replace it by 1,500. But what if your gym membership was also 1,000? What if your gym membership was also 1,000? How will you figure out that this 1,000 right over here is the gym membership or your rent? You cannot figure that out. Now there's a huge problem, because every single time something happens, you have to go through your entire 10,000 lines of code and change it. Now that is not something that is very efficient at the end of the day. What if instead of writing 1,000 right over here, you would have used like something like, okay, so you are having your sal multiplied by tax divided by 100 is equals to your taxable amount. So instead of using, and you have declared in the start itself that, okay, salary is equals to 10,000, tax is equals to 30, rent is equals to 1,000, gym is equals to 1,000. So in this particular case, whenever the landlady comes in and says to you that, okay, the salary, your rent has been increased to 1,500. So instead of going through the entire 10,000 lines of code, you just have to come to this line of code itself and change it from 1,000 to 1,500. That's it. Your entire code still works perfectly fine, because everywhere wherever you have used your rent, that would automatically be updated to 1,500. Okay, because its value itself has been updated. Are you guys able to understand why do we require variables? Are you guys able to understand why do we require variable, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand why do we require variables? Please let me know, guys. Everyone, please write yes in the live chat so that I am able to understand that yes, 305 people who are attending the program have understood why do we require variables. Okay. Great, guys, great. So next what we are going to focus upon is, so now we have understood why do we require variables, but what are variables? So whenever we write rent is equals to 1,000, okay, that is how you make a variable. This is how you like make a variable called as rent in Python. whatever the value is on the right hand side is assigned to the name on the right hand side. So rent is the variable name and 1000 is the value that it represents. Okay, so let us try to do this in code as well. Okay, so we'll now be writing the code. Okay, so if you want to create a variable called as month, I just have to write month is equals to 12, print month. Okay, so print month will print 12 because what is the value that month contains? The value that month represents or month contains is 12. So this is how you create variables and use them in Python. Okay, so for example, so these are some small like exercises that we have made for you. So if you want to do it on your own, you can. We will not check this, but yes, if you want to do it on your own, it's a good practice so that you are able to develop the practice of writing code as well. Okay, so whatever the term is on the left hand side is now the name for whatever value is present on the right hand side. Once a value has been assigned to a variable name, you can access this value from the variable name itself. Now let's take up another example just to understand that you guys have perfectly understood what I am telling you right now. Give me a second. Okay, so I will just give you an example. I want you guys to answer this in the live chat. Okay, guys? I want you guys to answer this in the live chat, guys. So we are having a equation right over here. Okay, we are having an equation right over here. We are having a is equals to 3, b is equals to a is equals to 6. What is the value of a and what is the value of b? Write the answer as, so if you think that the value of a and b is 6 and 6, just write 66 in the live chat. If you think the value of a is 3 and b is 6, write 36 in the live chat. If the value of a is 6 and b is 3, write 63 in the live chat and 33. So these are your options. Write your answer in the live chat, guys. Write your answers in the live chat so that I'm able to see what are you guys thinking about right now. Many people are saying 63, someone has said 36, someone has said 66. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's try to first of all understand how this works. Instead of looking at the answer directly, let's try to understand. So when I'm writing a is equals to 3, what is happening is we are given a box. Okay, we are given a box. The name of that box is a and the value that resides inside of a is 3. Okay, this is what is happening right over here. We are given a box called as a and the value inside of it is 3. Okay, now when a is on the right hand side, okay, when a is on the right hand side, it represents the value that it contains. Okay, so when I'm writing b is equals to a, when I'm writing b is equals to a, what is happening is we are getting a box. We are again getting a box called as b and the value that it contains is the value that a represents. Okay, it is a value that a represents. So what is the value that a represents? The value inside of a is 3. So b contains 3 inside of it. Okay, not a. Okay, b does not, it's not that there's a box called as b that contains a box called as a. That is not possible. That is not possible, guys. What I'm saying is, please try to understand. When you're writing a on the right hand side, it just represents the value that it contains. It does not mean that b is equals to a, is like b and a are the same boxes or b contains the box a. B only contains the value that a represents and that value is 3. Now when I'm writing a is equals to 6, when I'm writing a is equals to 6, what is happening is I'm taking this 3 out. I'm taking this 3 out. So once I've taken this 3 out from right over here, I'm replacing it with the new value that is 6. I'm replacing it by the new value that is 6. So this is what is happening. So the final answer to this particular question is 63. Okay, that is A is equals to 6 and B is equals to 3. For those who answered it correctly, give yourself a pat on the back. Okay, you thought of it in a very correct sense. Those who weren't able to answer this correctly, do not worry. Okay, you should be able to understand the concepts. Mistakes are the way of learning. Okay, so don't get disheartened. Try to understand what I'm teaching right over here. Are you guys able to understand everything up till now? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand up till now? Please do let me know, guys. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, so once this is done, let us move further on. Okay, so what happens if you don't declare a variable and try to use it? Okay, so we haven't written anywhere what x is. We haven't written x is equals to something anywhere. We are directly writing something like print x. Python does not know what x is. Python does not know what this letter is, whether it is a variable, what value does it contains. Python does not know anything about it. If you're trying to do something like this, an error would be thrown to you. Okay, in which Python will be telling that, okay, it's a name error, name x is not defined. Basically, Python is saying that I don't know what this x is. Okay, why you are using it, what this is it a function, is it a name, is it a variable, I don't know. So name x is not defined. This is the error that will be given to you. So we have completed variables up till an extent. Okay, just to understand the basics, guys. Next we are going to look at multiple assignment operator. Okay, one of the best things while learning Python is that Python is a very short language. Okay, there won't be a very long code that you have to write for even the simplest of things. There will be like one liner, two liner codes that you have to write for very huge codes as well. Now that is something that is of course of great importance to us. So similarly, this is one of those examples just to show that how we can compress the number of lines of code using Python. Okay, so here, as you are able to see, you are having height is equals to 3, length is equals to 6, width is equals to 2, and the volume, that is the volume, is equals to height into length into width. So what will be the answer, guys? Can someone let me know? What will be the answer to this question? Height into length into width. If I'm writing print volume, what would be printed on my screen? Can someone let me know? Can someone let me know, guys? 36 will be printed on our screen. As you are able to see, 36 has been printed on our screen. But here, as you are able to see, we have wasted 3 lines of code to write this. That okay, height is equal to 3, length is equal to 6, width is equal to 2. We have wasted a huge amount of space to write this particular simple thing. Python can help you compress it. You can write the same thing in a single line of code. 3 lines of code, you can compress it to a single line of code itself. Height, comma length, comma width is equal to 3, comma 6, comma 2. This will assign 3 to height, 6 to length, and 2 to width, just as before. As you're able to see, now height will be matched to 3, length will be matched to 6, and width will be matched to 2. And then you will get the same output. Okay, get the same output right over here, that is 36. As you are able to see, the output is still the same. There's no change in the output, it's still the same. Okay, so this is something that is like general to just generalized to Python itself. In other languages, you will have to write height is equals to 6, width is equals to 2, length is equals to 6, something like that. Okay, okay, tuples are something that we will be learning, but at the end, like as you are able to see, there's a lot of topics right over here. The thing that you are saying, we have covered it. So these are the list, membership operators, mutability, order, where are the tuples? Yeah, so right over here you are having the tuples as well in the chapter 14. So don't worry about it, we are covering everything. Just be patient. Okay, just be patient. Okay, and try to understand everything when we are teaching. Okay, no issues in that. So now variable naming conventions. Once you have started naming different variables, you need to understand how to, like, what are the conventions, what are the rules and regulations on what you can use and what you cannot use while naming a particular variable in Python. This is usually very generalized in other languages as well. The languages also follow the same process, but we are currently learning about Python itself. Okay. So the first rule is that you cannot. What is happening right over here? Okay, so let's continue. Rule 1. You can start variable name with an alphabet or underscore character. Okay, you can use capital A to Z, small a to Z, or underscore as the first letter of your variable name. Okay, for example, rent. The R is the first letter of your variable name. That can be a small a to Z, capital A to Z, or an underscore. Nothing else. No special characters, no numbers, nothing. Okay, can use only underscore and characters to make the first letter of your variable name. Okay, the second one is a variable name can only contain capital A to Z, small a to Z, 0 to 9, and underscore. So in the rest of the variable name you can have numbers. Okay, in the first letter you cannot have numbers. The rest also, it can be like R007. Okay, James Bond 007 is a valid variable name, but 007 James Bond is not a valid variable name because it's starting with a number itself. Okay, you can have an underscore inside the variable name as well, that will also pertain, but you cannot have, okay, you cannot start a variable name with a number. You cannot start a variable name with a number. You cannot use special characters in the variable name. Anywhere in the variable name except underscore, you cannot use any special characters, whether it be dollar, percent, ampersand, at a rate, hyphen, dot, you cannot caret, you cannot use any of the special characters. Okay, variable names are case sensitive. That means that small str and capital str will be considered as two different variable names, guys. Okay, small str and capital str will be considered as two different variable names. Okay, we do not use reserved keywords as variable names. For example, you cannot use print as a variable name because that is reserved in Python for something else. Okay, now you cannot remember all the reserved keywords in Python, but as long as you are practicing to write more and more and more number of code, you will easily be able to figure out that, okay, you cannot use these names as your variable name because these are reserved keywords and have special meaning in Python. Otherwise as well, whenever you are writing code in Python, you will be able to see that these special keywords are usually highlighted. For example, print is highlighted right over here. So you will be able to understand that this is a reserved keyword and you shouldn't be using it for the same. Are you able to understand, guys? Please do let me know. So these are some of the examples of valid variable names right over here. Okay, so for example, X, Y, my Python, my underscore Python, underscore my underscore Python. So these are all the valid variable names that you can write. We'll look into some of the not valid variable names as well. So these are some of the variable names that are not valid right over here. We are having 7 my Python, okay, hyphen my Python, my at a rate Python, my space Python, for. These are variable names that are not allowed and will show error. So if I'm running this particular line of code, you will be able to see that it will show a syntax error. What is syntax? It's the grammar of a particular programming languages, the rules upon which the programming language was built. So it is showing me an invalid syntax, invalid grammar that we have written right over here. So these were some of the rules that were there for naming a particular variable. Now there are some conventions as well that you need to understand while naming a particular variable. What is the difference between a rule and a convention? A rule is something that if you're not following, you will get penalized. Okay, you will get an error in Python. Whereas a convention is something that has been made by the programming society in general. Okay, the programming community has come up with some conventions that say that, okay, this is the correct way of writing a particular variable name. Now, if you're not following these conventions, yes, you will not get an error. But when some programmer is reading your code, he will easily be able to figure out that you are a noob, because you don't know the simplest of the conventions that are being followed by programmers all around the globe. So I'm just talking about the basic conventions. There are many number of conventions as well. You will be able to easily understand them as you code more and more. These are the two basic things that you need to remember. Try to keep the name of the variables descriptive but short. Okay, it does not need to be, for example, while taking the height of a particular tree. Okay, you want to make a variable for a height of a particular tree. The name of the variable should not be like X, or should not be H. These are way too small. It should not be height of the tree. Okay, because that's a huge, like, it's way too, like, it's descriptive, but it's not short at the end of the day. So the ideal like variable name would be just height. Okay, not height of the tree or X or H, just height. Okay, that is an ideal, because it's descriptive. It says that, okay, you are going to get the height, but it's short as well. Okay, so try to remember that. The second way is that the Pythonic way of naming the variables is to use all lowercase letters. Do not use uppercase characters. Okay, you won't get an error. Again, I'm saying you won't get an error, but that is not the Pythonic way of naming a variable. Okay, so use all lowercase letters and underscores to separate the word. Okay, so for example, my underscore height, my underscore lat, my underscore long. Okay, these are the Pythonic way of naming a particular variable. But right over here, my space height, not the Pythonic way. My long, not the Pythonic way. My lat, not the Pythonic way. So if I am removing this particular line of code, although these two are not the Pythonic way of writing code, but when I am running this particular line of code, it will work, because this is just a convention and not a rule. Please remember that. Okay. Are you guys able to understand up till this particular point of time? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand up till this particular point of time, guys? Please do let me know. Okay, so now we will come back to attendance and certificates and the rest of the topics. Okay, so first of all, the attendance. Okay, I will be sharing the attendance link right now with you guys. The first thing is that you will have to take, like, I will show you how to fill up the attendance link. Please do not circulate it with anyone. Do not give it to anyone. Do not share the link. Do not put it in the comment section. Do not put it in the live chat. Okay, because what will happen is you guys will be attending the sessions. You will be going through every single day. You will be learning different things. You will be gaining knowledge. You will be spending your hard-earned time right over here. And then someone who hasn't even attended a single day will just come, fill up the attendance, and get those certificates without doing anything. He will be able to get certificates via DevTown, via Google, and you also are getting the same certificates. But now that certificate has no value, because both the students who were actually learning and those who weren't doing anything, both got the certificates. So these certificates will not contain any value. It will only contain value if you permit it to do so. So please do not share the attendance link. Okay. 7 days. So now the criteria for getting the certificates, there are two major certificates. One is that will be issued by DevTown, saying that you have completed the 7 days training in 7 days bootcamp and workshop on Python and deep learning. And the second one is via Google developer groups. The DevTown certificate will be given to everyone who has 7 days of attendance. Okay, so attendance link will be shared to you somewhere in the video itself. Okay, I'll be sharing it with you guys. You will have 24 hours, that is up till the next day's bootcamp, to fill up that attendance link. So if you are missed a particular session live, but I still suggest that you should come live to the class. You should listen to me what I'm saying, and that would be more interactive for me as well. But if you are missing a particular class, you have 24 hours to finish 1 hour of class. Okay, if you are able to do so, then like you have 24 hours to fill up the attendance link. I don't think so that would be of any problem to anyone. Okay, so you have 24 hours after every single class to fill up the attendance link for the entire 7 days. Those who will be having 7 days of attendance will be given the certificate via DevTown, as well as when you move on. So at the end of the bootcamp, we will be doing a project as well. The project we will be doing it in the class itself. It's not something that I will just be telling that okay, you guys do it on your own. I will be coding the entire project live right over here. Okay, so you will have to do it on your own as well. Okay, you can refer to the videos, you can refer to everything that has been provided to you, and you will have to write that code. You will be given some time. You will be given a Google form that will be circulated on all the WhatsApp groups. You will have to fill up the form, submit your project right over there. It will get reviewed by our team, and those students who will be submitting the project as well as getting 7 days of attendance, those students will be given the certificate via Google developer groups. Okay, that for completing 7 days of boot camp with us. Okay, so that is what will be the process that we'll be following for the certificates as well as for the attendance link as well. Attendance link I'll be showing to you guys right now. Are you guys able to understand up till now? Please do let me know. Tharun, you don't have to worry about that. That is our lookout. Okay, the certificates will mention what certificate is for what purpose. You don't have to worry about the same. For those who haven't joined the like WhatsApp groups, can join the Telegram group as well. The link to the Telegram group is in the description of this video. There as well you will get all the updates, whether it be for the project submission link or daily updates on the classes as well. You'll be able to get it on the Telegram group as well. You can join it. Okay. For those who haven't been on the WhatsApp groups, who don't have the WhatsApp link, they can join the Telegram link in the description of today's video. Okay. Those who haven't registered for this bootcamp, do not worry. Just fill up your attendance form on time. We'll consider that as your registration for the bootcamp. Will that be fine? Okay. So that is one of the things. Secondly, let me just tell you something about DevTown in general as well. DevTown is a non-profit organization. We run this to help students achieve what they are meant out to be. We have our students placed in one of the top companies in the entire world, whether it be Google, Samsung, Facebook, Flipkart, Microsoft. So we have students in almost every single company, Oracle, Red Hat. So we are extremely proud of the same as well. We will be releasing our placement, this year's placement statistics tomorrow, like the first batch statistics tomorrow itself. So I'm very thrilled about that. The second thing is like, see, as we are a non-profit organization, the only thing that we want from you guys is your support, nothing else. Like that's the only thing that we want. For that, you don't have to do a lot. You just have to help us out with the boot camps. That's it. That's more than sufficient for us. So circulate the information about the boot camps within your friends, within your colleges, because the more the number of people are there in these boot camps, it feels great to teach. It feels like I'm able to interact with many people. I'm able to see how many people are able to learn and grow via the same. So I love doing that. So it makes me feel nice. So that is one of the things. Secondly, for those who want to join like our community, okay, they can do so by either going to the YouTube channel. So on the YouTube channel, you'll be able to see that we are having our different type of live boot camps that go on every single day, every single week. We are going to start off with our pre-recorded courses as well on YouTube for free on C++, Java and Python. So these are the three courses that we are going to release, one video every single day from the next week. We are also going to start off with some other like informative videos as well that we are going to post on this channel from next week itself. You can also connect to us on our LinkedIn page. Okay, you can connect. So we are having like 11,000 LinkedIn followers right over here, and on our profile as well, we are having, I think so, 26 or 27,500 followers on our LinkedIn profile, as you are able to see. If you want to connect with us, we post a lot of opportunities for internships and all those kind of stuff as well on LinkedIn. So if you want to connect with us, you can surely do so. You can also connect to us on Instagram. Okay, so we are having all these posts that you are able to see right over here. Every post is something that is of a huge importance. You can learn a lot many number of concepts just by reading through our posts as well. What is Scrum, big tech companies, revenue breakdown, 5 non-coding tech jobs, advanced JavaScript, advanced Java, Spring Boot. So a lot many number of things is something that we have tried to put on. Every single day there will be 2 posts that will be released on Instagram. So one in the morning and one in the evening. We are trying to be very generous on the reels as well. We have created a not many number of reels, but we aren't getting a lot of time to post them. But we'll surely do that in the next week. So do connect with us. It's great to see the community growing, and that is what we are here at the end of the day for. So let me just open up the attendance link. The link for both the thing, okay, the link for your LinkedIn, okay, or Instagram is already down in the description of the video itself. Do connect with us. It feels nice. Okay, we will be coming live, so we also go live on Instagram. Our instructors as well go live on Instagram, so you will be able to see that we are having a lot many number of instructors. Let me just show it to you guys. You as member posts. So not just me, but we are having a lot many number of instructors, as you are able to see from right over here. We have people from Google, Amazon, Flipkart, Facebook, Goldman Sachs, HP, Porsche, Oracle, Cisco, Sony, so McKinsey and Company. So we are having a lot many number of people who are there in our community, in our team at DevTown. So these people come live on Instagram and they take students live with them. They try to answer their questions, they try to interact with the students as well. So do connect with us on LinkedIn as well as on Instagram. It will, like, it's just great. There's nothing else to it. Okay, so the attendance link, I'm just going to share it with you guys. Give me a second. So let me just take up the response attendance link for, just change it to Python and deep learning. Okay, and responses are being collected. Send. So the link for the same, I will be not sharing it. I've already told you guys not to share it with anyone else as well. What you can do is you can just take a screenshot for this link and then use Google Lens to take up the link and fill it up. Okay, so this is the attendance link. I'm not sharing it with anyone. Do not put it in the live chat. Do not put it anywhere else as well. Okay, do not put it anywhere else as well, even in the comment section. Take up a screenshot right over here and use Google Lens, or you can even type it out. It's case sensitive, so if it's a capital letter, it's a capital letter. If it's a small letter, it's a small letter. Okay, so please do this. Please do not share the link with anyone else. If you're sharing the link with anyone else, you will not be able to, like, there will be no use of these certificates. Please try to remember this. Okay, use Google Lens for the same. Okay, has everyone taken the screenshot for the attendance link? Please do let me know. Has everyone taken up the screenshot for today's attendance link? Please do let me know, guys. Okay, so for those who want to be a part of the DevTown community, we have paid, like proper paid internships as campus ambassador program. So many people, like, you must have been a part of like Geek for Geeks or something like that, campus ambassador programs, but these guys do not pay you. So we have a proper internship for campus ambassador program, in which you will be the representative of DevTown in your own colleges, and you will help us to promote these boot camps, these free boot camps and workshops. We'll organize workshops just for your college itself, and that is the entire internship. And you guys can join the internship. The link would be in the description of today's video, so you can just fill out that Google form, and you can join the campus ambassador program as well. At the end of the internship for the campus ambassador program, you will be provided letter of recommendation, internship completion certificate by us. Once you've completed the entire 3 months, 2 to 3 months program, okay, that is the entire thing, you will get that as well. Okay, so that is a campus ambassador program where you will be the representative of DevTown in your own colleges. Okay. Okay, so I think so everyone has taken the screenshot for the attendance link, so I will be removing it from my screen right now. Okay, so that would be it for today, guys. We'll meet tomorrow same time. Okay, we'll meet around 5, and we'll continue with our entire learning Python journey. Okay. Okay, any type of experience is always great to have for your placements. Okay, try to remember that. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. The link for the campus ambassador program, I guess, is in the description of the video. Let me just check. Okay, it's not there. No issues. For tomorrow's video, in tomorrow's video, I'll just put the link for the campus ambassador program. Okay, do not worry. I guess it should be there in our website. Let me just check. Should have been there. Yeah, so this is the campus ambassador program. I will just share the link with you guys in the live chat itself. So for those who are interested to be a part of the DevTown campus ambassador program, I put this up in the live chat. You can use this to go to the website and apply, fill up the Google form. Okay, this is the Google form right over here, and your onboarding and everything will be done on the basis of that. And yeah, I think so that should be more than sufficient. Am I right, guys? Okay, great. And also, if you are still here, do like the video. Okay, it really helps us a lot. Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. We'll meet tomorrow. Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you.